So, how shall we begin this podcast?
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
The tourists come over to chill on the beach, but they don't come over the hill where we sleep. We got nightmares and they got fantasies. No sanity, it's just insanity. My mommy hoping nothing happens to me.
We are now in the humble abode in East Chester of Nassau. Well, more so Winton.
Yeah.
The
This
deep
is
east.
the deep east.
This deep east?
The deep east.
I
Because we're from the
know.
west.
Yeah.
So, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your favorite zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard. And today, on this episode of Erryting, Kool, we have my boy, the original Buf. Introduce yourself.
Yo, everybody, it's Mr. Buf. And
Buf the Dawn.
well, I haven't started off like that, but I mean, I'm Buf today. In
He's-
this episode, okay? Just Buf.
He's just Buf today. And we have a special guest in the building. Please introduce yourself, my dear.
Hi, my name is Tanae, also known as Bahama Cutie. That's my Instagram, and I'm happy to be here joining the Original People Network on this podcast today.
And guess what? Everything cool.
Everything cool, but
Everything cool.
You get it, man.
But guess what? And we like to start off every episode with the Bahamian saying, word, or phrase of the day. And guess what? The Bahamian phrase of the day is, we don't catch feelings, we just catch flights. See what I'm saying?
Hey, I like that one. Don't catch feelings,
We don't
catch
catch,
flights.
we catch flights. See what I'm saying?
Keep it high, keep it high.
Keep it high, everything cool. So on today's episode, we're gonna, talk about living that life, and we have our special guest today. She is a very well-traveled woman, a very well-experienced. She has one of those highfalutin type of jobs. My guys out there, you gotta come with that bup to talk to this straight there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you gotta come in now.
Please tell them to come with it, to step the game up. Okay, because the trifles I've been seeing, they need to go, okay? Step it up.
You gotta come up, pull up in that Porsche. You gotta be sitting on 40 acres in that mansion, You gotta make it rain.
Oh my God.
That's how it's done, boy.
That is. Thanks, Jeff.
So tonight, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about, one thing about living the life and living your best life is, traveling the world. I've done a very small amount of traveling, so I feel like I haven't lived my best life yet.
Traveling doesn't equate with living your best life, I think.
Okay.
It helps. It's part of it. But about me, so I'm from the Bahamas originally, but I've kind of had the ability to live in 3 countries so far from the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, if you count Bahamas, okay, Bahamas is one.
You're from here.
I'm from here, so that counts.
So, the
The U.S., and then also I lived in Canada for a little bit. When it came to the U.S., I was there for school, so I was in New York, and I got that whole, when I left Bahamas, I got that whole culture clash where you go there, and then you realize people aren't the same as you, and,
What you mean?
Like, New Yorkers, they're colder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Down here, we're warm, we're friendly people, we're open, and then when you go to school, like, I remember I would go in the cafeteria, and I'd say, good morning to everybody, and nobody would respond to me. And then I was like,
That's
yeah. So
I feel me living abroad for a while too, I don't think probably, I guess different parts of the U.S. because Southerners, like I lived in London, Southerners are a little bit more friendly.
Oh, yeah, because you were in ATL, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, they're friendly.
But I see the culture class, like basically how, like, the mentality, how we do things and how they do things. And, what our moral code is on certain things.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have. I mean, you see all these churches in Bahamas. We have a really high moral code, and then when you go other places, it's like it's not a bad thing, but you just realize that everybody didn't grow up like you, and everybody has a different background, different religion. So you have to learn how to adapt to that. You can't change people. You just have to like accept it, and it only serves to make you better because you get more exposure. Your mind expands. You get a better viewpoint and everything. So I think it's really good.
So what's some of your craziest stories while living abroad?
Oh my gosh! I mean, this is a podcast.
I feel like
Just give us one good one.
One good one, from what?
Because I got some interesting stories, like.
I think you go first. I have to think about it.
You have to go.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the interesting stories. Well, I can start this. One of the interesting things, well, as a Bahamian, and when you go overseas, because people aren't used to how you speak, the funny thing about how people are trying to pronounce "bay" is just hilarious. And then
they can't say it.
And then you trying to tell them about conch. I remember one time I was talking on the phone with one of my friends, and I was telling them how to say, the Bahamian version for, the female genitalia, call it bread.
Oh my gosh.
And they was like, yo, I ain't want a slice of the bread. I want the whole loaf.
Yeah.
So, it's weird stuff like that. And then, it was moments where these dudes will have, my roommates in college will have multiple people living in the house, crashing, sleeping on the floor, sleeping on the couch. It was weird. And over there, they like to party inside. In the Bahamas, no one is allowed to come in your house.
You go out.
You
to
go
party.
outside.
Yeah.
So, that's some of the different changes. Buford, do you have any interesting experiences?
I mean, some of the things which y'all said too, experience as well. Like I said, one of the terms, I had there was one African dude who I used to know way to school. He used to be around a bunch of Bahamians, and he would learn different phrases and say, he would say "bay" and I think one day he came to me say, "Hey, bay, Buford." I mean, in an African accent. He say, "Hey, Buford, what's a mango skin?" I say, "Huh?" They say, and he just trying to learn about what
there are other Bahamians there, or okay.
Yeah.
Which state was this?
This is in
That
Canada.
was in Canada.
Oh, this is in Canada.
So he could talk via
Bahamian
Canada
City.
part
Okay.
2.
Same thing. And then, when we go into parties too, it's okay, in Canada, they cold. You can't party outside. Most of the time, you'll either go into, a restaurant club or we'll go in a public home.
Yeah.
So you'll see people be crashing there on the floor and what's not. And
Yeah.
I know, one time, goodness, no. I mean, some of them be so. I mean, some of them just be passed right out on the couch.
I mean,
in the same position.
Yeah, I ain't mind that, but I'm talking about people continually living in your friendship, bro.
Oh, you know what? I think it's a different, this is back to the clash of cultures. Because I remember when I would say that when I went to school, I was really green, right? I was just happy. When I first went, I was like, oh my gosh, where's the library? I want to see where I'm going to go study. Because I'm thinking my whole motivation was, I'm a nerdy person by nature, but my motivation was I'm here to study, I'm here to learn. And then I started hanging out with some of the international students in school. And then they're like, oh, we're having this party. And I'm like, party? What? This is part of it? And then you go and then they start drinking. And then it's just whoa, okay, wait. I didn't know this was part of the college experience. Yeah. So I think
you sound you were super green.
Yeah, I was so green because I feel the way Bahamian parents bring us up, they're no drinking, no this, no that. So it's you don't even think of going to college. But I think it's really good to get that freedom and then you have the opportunity to see how everyone else is living.
I know I got a chance. Well, I was on campus for about 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I went through I had Asian roommates.
Yeah.
Iran. I had all of them pretty much.
Boy.
Every semester I probably had a different one.
Was that good experiences? Because I had some interesting
experiences
with.
Some were good, some were bad, but I had to learn to adapt to them,
For
just to learn how what they do, culture and what's not. But it was a huge adjustment for me. But like I said, after a while, I got to sit down. Actually, sometimes like when I came back from class, I would normally sit down and talk with them to see how they're thinking and what's not. But it was a good experience. But
For sure. Yeah, you got to expand that bubble that Bahamas puts you in.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because like the roommate, like that was the thing, because I had so many roommates, and it was like you learn how to adjust to how people do things, and like you learn how to match, because not everybody's raised like you. You know, they were raised different ways, so you have to. Like your teacher shows you how to prepares you for the workforce, like how to adjust. But like some of my roommates, I mean, for the most part, they were cool. But then everybody have their issues. But I feel like just putting this out there, like half of my roommates was gang members.
How does that happen? What school? Yeah, everybody, just a public service announcement. Find out what school Justin went to and don't go there, okay? Because I didn't know gang members went to school. They were in school and on the gang at the same time?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, they wasn't active members, but they was
like
affiliated.
Before.
No, but they was affiliated, like,
repping it. But I guess sometimes when you're in certain places, you almost have to be for security, or I don't know. I would have been nervous to live with them, though.
Say nervous. But yeah, no, but it's been incidents where, I had run-ins with the police and all that other stuff, what I won't really get into.
No. Justin was formerly affiliated with a crime life. That's what it sounds like.
No, but like, it's different experiences, and even showing them. I remember, like, I have some cool roommates, like, shout out to my boy Patrick, he wasn't my last roommate, but yeah, I would say he was one of my best roommates who I still keep in contact with. Man, listen, I remember I was trying to teach him about Caribbean life, and he knows. Well, he used to come over to my house too when I moved out, and then he just was in love with Shamika. Shamika is like, for anybody who don't know, is like, well, Tanae is one of my actually, I'm here with 2 of my 3 best friends on this podcast right now, and Shamika being the third, who I used to live with. And like he used to be like just fawning over, and like he wanted to be more part of the Caribbean culture. He started dating like. One time I took him to the Atlanta Caribbean Festival, what we about to go to next month.
Oh, nice.
On the 24th to the 27th. TJT gonna be in the building. Nice plug right there. So I took him there, and like, I remember we met some Bayesian girls, and I was telling them for weeks, I'm like, bro, you gotta learn how to dance, bro. He was like, bro, y'all Caribbean dudes think y'all know. I was like, all right.
This is an African person?
No, he's
American.
Yeah, he's American.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, this African dudes.
They're on the same wavelength.
So like, I ain't gotta tell him that.
Yeah.
So he goes. We get some Bayesian girls, and he's in the crowd. One of the girls want to dance with. Like he bought her. Like she asked him to buy her like this pineapple drink or whatever.
Oh.
Like what they make in a pineapple. Yeah, and we
not
get
even.
in them.
A regular vodka crayon. She want a mixed drink.
Yeah. So she started to dance with him, and he froze up, and I just burst out laughing.
Like he was that nervous.
Yeah, he was nervous.
I was like, yo, see, I told you. But like ever since then, my boy just been dating Horn, Caribbean, African girls. So it's like, you get a chance to share cultures, and then also like, whoever's around me adopted the Bahamian Caribbean culture, and then I adopted the Atlantean culture.
Yeah.
If I want to call it that. So
and
like,
you can become a more well-rounded person when you do that. You really need to get that exposure, because otherwise you just be like this one-dimensional person. You wouldn't have that much stories. You wouldn't have that much in common when you meet new people. So you really have to get outside your comfort zone and try to meet new people.
But yeah, like, but...
Can't be stuck in a little bubble now, dog.
No. And this NASA bubble, man, I'm ready to escape this bubble, man. This 7x21, y'all.
Yeah.
When you go out, you see everybody like all the same.
All the time.
Yeah.
Same conversations. I mean, sometimes it's different, but it's really easy to get stuck a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a air of comfortability. So, but I mean, that's why I don't really like to go out, because it's like, what I go into all these different events for, the same people are going to be there.
Oh my God.
And especially like the high, I would say the class that we're in.
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, you know, we ain't the highest of the highest, but we ain't don't affiliate, go to the spots with the lowest of the lowest. You ain't gonna see me or Buford. So then we might see you in one, you know, party in the backyard. But
It need to be like that, but like I say, but I just, if I go to an event, I don't want to see Susie here the next week. I still see Susie again. I need to see something different, man. You know?
for real.
You know what I'm kind of curious about? Okay, so we were talking about how we went off to school and then we're all back here now. I just want to know, like, your dating experience. I'm not trying to hijack the conversation, Justin. I just want to know, like, American versus Bahamian girls.
I mean, let's talk about it.
Because
well, he'll be more so Canadian. Let's say Canadian, or just Bahamian and non-Bahamian.
Yeah, because there was this voice note that was going viral. It was like Sparky. I don't know if you heard it, right? Where he was just talking about how Bahamian women are so cold and how, like, they won't even, like, acknowledge the guy that they're with, and then they treat them bad and, you know, just expect money from him. Like, just going off on a tangent, which is the stereotypes that we all know about Bahamian women. And then we see guys, they're going off, and then they're, like, marrying other women, which is, nothing's wrong with it, fine. I'm just, like, it's an observation. I'm just wondering, what y'all...
Okay.
Let
me go first, because I'm about to jump out the window.
Okay.
I always say this, right? And not to... Well, let me not say it in a bashful way, but the difference in dating in the Bahamas versus a Bahamian woman, because actually there's two types of Bahamian women you date. There's the ones you find in the Bahamas, and there's the ones that change and switch up when they go overseas.
Okay.
So I'm gonna talk about the Bahamians and non-Bahamians and the difference between dating a Bahamian girl in the Bahamas and dating a Bahamian girl outside the Bahamas.
Okay.
So between the women I've dated that are non-Bahamian, okay, like I would say, well, let me take Atlanta women for specifically, right? They have this mindset of money, this highfalutin, I gotta get it type of thing. But they're not relying on no man to give it to them. They about to go get it.
Oh, like it's an independent?
Yeah, it's a super independence. Like you might see a fine girl, and if I come up to her, okay, she might talk to me because I dress a certain way. But if I come up to her, she'll be like, "You can't talk to me. Like you ain't on my level." And they'll tell you that boldly to your face.
Oh, that is...
So like you know,
they bashing egos
cool.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's like you can't come half stepping like because her it ain't even like she aspiring to something. She already get it. She already got the new Benz and living in a condo and have her main job and side job because they hustling.
Oh,
because
wow.
as you have to keep up because Atlanta's the epicenter of urban culture. So the whole rapper thing or whatever, everybody trying to be balling.
And then there's a lot of successful people in Atlanta.
Yes,
too.
and everybody's networking. So that hustling mentality is not just even solely for the men, solely for the women. So in comparison, when I came back home, I don't think Bahamian parents don't raise their women to be bosses. And that's why we have the whole gender pay discrepancy. Because it's like, yeah, you have some Bahamian women that says, hey, this is unfair.
Yeah.
I should be paying the same or I'm a femme boss. But for the most part, a lot aren't programmed to be bosses.
Yeah.
So dealing with that's just solely that mentality. I won't get into the other specifics or whatever.
Yeah.
Just dealing with that soul mentality.
So it's just a difference, like the
It's a
hustle
different
versus like kind of like a laid
back. I want a man to take care of me. Yeah, I want a man.
And mind you, I just want to make sure this is like purely stereotypical, and we're just trying to like understand.
Yeah, it's like a gender basis.
Yeah.
Now, let me break down the difference between dating a Bahamian girl that's living in the Bahamas and dating a Bahamian girl that's outside the Bahamas is that when Bahamian women, for the most part, when they travel overseas, you know what the first thing they do? They say, and you might, okay, you ain't know.
What we just do?
No.
I've been to Miami.
What's this? You meet a Bahamian girl over, like, say when you was in college, a new Bahamian girl you never seen, or you probably might have heard of her, and you a Bahamian guy, you try to talk to her, she ain't trying to talk to you, she trying to test out the new man over there. And then when she tests out the new man over there and it fall flat on her face, That's when she be like, wait, ain't nothing better than a Bahamian man. Can I get a amen?
Oh my God. Really? Okay.
And when you say that, I know 2 girls like that. When I went away to school, it was like that. And they went straight on their face after that.
Wait, they go straight on their face. So I feel like the ones who get to go live abroad, that's be the ones who come if they have to be forced to come back home. That's the ones who the bosses. Because they got that outside exposure. Yeah. See, but everywhere else, it ain't like how it is at NASA, and then their mind is a little bit wide. Now, I'm not just generally casting this general stereotype over everybody, but this is the common thing that I run into. It's what, Buford?
Put me on the spot like that, man. I didn't not too much experience, not with that, but away to school, but I really can't say. I wouldn't say I really did like that when I've been away to school. Like I say, I was like, almost like how today could say when I over there, I just went to go study and what's not, make sure I get my education, what's not. I talked to a few girls from over there, but like I say, to be honest, I didn't date too much over there. So I really couldn't give you like the different comparisons when I was over there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like,
let me give a next big up. The difference between some American girls and, non-Bahamian. Let me say American girls, because if you date a next Caribbean girl and probably some African girls, they're going to have some similarities to Bahamian women.
Yeah.
But a lot of American women don't really know how to take care of a man like a Bahamian woman does.
Oh, you mean like in terms of cooking?
In terms of cooking and, they're raised to be single mothers, not to raise to be wives.
Oh, don't say that. No, I don't think so.
No,
that's like, okay, now that is a little stereotypical.
No, that's not stereotypical. Let me tell you why I said it. And the last girl I was with over there, and we spoke about this, and she agreed with me. Because, not saying that all women aren't from a single parent home, but those who are, they're raised to be single mothers, not wives. They don't be they're raised to have children primarily and not get married.
I think it's difficult to, if you come from a single parent background, it's difficult to really know how to be like a wife because you didn't have that. But it's even though they're raised, as you move into adulthood, it's a skill that you can acquire. So I don't think it's like writing somebody off just because but I think even when I think of the U.S., I think that like a lot of the people that I've graduated college with, they're like, even in my graduating class, like they're married, like a lot of them married within each other. So I also think it depends on where you go because there's also in the U.S., I think people are more prone to get married faster. I think I think so. It depends on where you go. Okay, maybe I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that. Because our generation, we're getting married later than any other not because we don't love each other, it's because of finances.
Yeah. We just try to make sure we get ourselves together financially. Because if it's true, when you look at it, I mean...
It's expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because you look at the average person, I know you can speak for me, we're getting married much later, like 29.
Like late 20s, early 30s, where, it's an anomaly when you see someone get married in their early 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but for certain cultures and certain regions, bro, they probably might pop a baby before 30.
Yeah.
And that's socially acceptable.
But that's how it is today, boy. It's hard to say.
So, I can say this at large for, a lot of women in today's world are being raised to be single mothers than wives. Because why? Like you said before, you don't have no point of reference.
I think a better way to phrase it is that right now women are in a position where we have so much more access to different positions. We can work hard and actually get the roles that we want to get. We're going our way. We're getting educated. So when we come back, so it's not that, so we have more to offer. I think like we're saving our own money. We have our own thing. So it's not us being like single mothers. It's more so us being like having not necessarily like just before we had to wait for a man to buy these things, and now the roles are reversing. So we're all trying to navigate.
But I'm not really
that.
specifically speaking to the point of economic empowerment, though.
Okay.
I'm talking about
The
more so the mentality.
Okay.
So, of course, you know, nowadays, well, in today's in today's world, and I've also adapted to this new norm. I feel like most men, you have to adapt. You're living in a society where women are more liberated and have more access to improving their quality of life without you than ever. So I feel like even to dating, the way you date sort of changed too. But we're going to talk about that later. But as far as the mentality, how it correlates, finances aside, I'm just talking about, the mentality and how it is between the interaction between male and female or whatever. Where from my experiences, and I'm looking out and I get the experience, and this is what women would tell me. I've heard women tell me they don't want to get married. They just want to have a kid, use them for a kid, and that's it. Now, that's not speaking from a lot of women.
There are some women who are like that for sure. But they would be in the minority.
For real?
No.
Who are these women you guys are meeting? Really? Okay, maybe I'm in the minority, like that one who just wants the cookie cutter classic.
Because this is the thing. Most women, if you go on Twitter right now, you have some guy talking about men are trash.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every day.
Oh, good job for her.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's true, man.
So, I mean, okay, with that mentality,
Sorry.
all right, it would open up to you feeling like, hey, what I need a man for other than make a child?
Nowadays, they don't even need that no more.
Exactly, you don't even need that no more.
You don't even need it, man, to be honest.
I mean, but do you... Okay, so I'm thinking... okay, so back in the day, right? When a man was expected to go home, work, pay the mortgage, pay this. And I feel like maybe women are thinking that men...
But I don't think it's a financial thing, though.
I think it is. Everything is financial. I think a lot of what I'm observing dating is guys are wanting to give out less. Like they're wanting a lot for food, okay? Like they're not even the gifts or the flowers or the things. So I feel like as women, I think women are beginning to lose respect in the guys because guys aren't giving respect to them in terms of how they're dating, how they're courting them. Yeah, like basic things.
No, but then, I mean, okay, let me play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Right, you're saying the gifts and the flowers, but that's back in the day, right? That's how they
No, I'm saying but I kind of sequence to today. Even
the whole being chivalrous.
Yeah.
And with the gifts and flowers. That's a thought from back in the day, right?
No, I'm saying back in the day, the men had to take the financial control. But
no, I'm
now,
not talking about that part. I'm talking about in the dating
I'm
aspect.
talking about today. The chivalry part, I think, is starting to become less. And I think a lot of it has to do with this whole app culture, right? So you see somebody as disposable because you're like, oh, well, you want too much from me. You want this. I'm just going to go swipe and find someone else, right?
So let me play devil's advocate.
Okay, devil's advocate.
The women have adapted. Well, the women have changed.
Okay.
In today's world. But you still want the men to still play the old game.
Okay. Oh. So I think everyone's changed. So we have to maybe come up with
You have to rearrange the dating game.
Oh, okay.
So you can ask for progression. I mean, I have nothing wrong with being chivalrous, right?
Yeah.
And I'll do the gifts and all those good things.
Yeah.
If I feel like it or whatever.
Okay.
Or, depending on what mood and what type of relationship. But the whole dating, the whole interaction between men and women have changed. Because, we have Me Too now, what's the next hashtag? Time's Up.
Oh, yeah.
And all these things.
Yeah.
I mean, we just getting back to how things originally were where we revered our women. But it's like you're trying, and I think I always hear a lot of men talk about this where, I mean, I sort of totally disagree with them. They say, "Oh, I don't understand feminism," and okay, you want to be liberated, but then you still want me to do the archaical thing. So it's like,
You can have both.
can you?
I think we can. We can try to find a way.
I think you
where
just need to
we're-
change. Like certain elements have to change.
So by
to
changing, do you think we just need to
rewrite
be
the book.
completely equal? And
I mean, but that's what equality
should-
is.
it is
Like-
no, but then okay, I'm not like a scientific person, but biologically, right? Biologically, men are providers.
Yeah, that's our natural
if
instinct.
we like if a woman does too much for you, like regardless of whatever liberated place we're at, you are gonna feel emasculated, and that is gonna like turn you off from her. You're gonna be like, she's so masculine. She
I mean,
wants to-
depending on what type of guy you
Yeah.
are.
I mean, I think most guys don't want, or some, unless.
Listen,
It-
okay,
things change.
would you're telling me you wouldn't mind having a girl who's like, oh, I'm gonna pay for everything. Every date we go on, I'm gonna pay. Like, I'm taking care of you. You just be there.
Hold on, but guess what? Let me interject.
Yeah.
That has been offered to me multiple
Well,
times.
go take it off. Take that off.
I've been offered, hey, I could buy you these red bottoms. I'm like, no, because let me tell you why I don't do that.
Yeah,
Because I want you to feel like you could control me.
exactly. It is a way to control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like,
for
you
sure.
have some
Right.
women who give everything, but that's a way for her to like clamp you down and be like, you can't
Oh,
give me a
yeah.
good reason why you're
You
gonna
can
leave
do-
me because I doing everything.
Oh, and then you have to be at her beck and
Exactly.
call
So
and
I'm like, it's a
everything.
give and take. So I don't feel like certain things and certain interactions is cut and dry.
Yeah,
or whatever.
no, that's true. That's true.
But what you never gave us the different experiences you face with the cultural difference. And what's the difference between date? I mean, I feel like you date a very, like me knowing you personally, you date a vast variety of men. So
I think
don't think
so.
it's a
Yeah,
Bahamian.
you know, I've only.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can really comment on it. I think I've only dated one Bahamian guy. So I think, but that wasn't the worst experience. I think Bahamian guys get a bad rap. I think Bahamian guys, because they know how the Bahamian woman is, they know how to treat her. They know like, okay, we go into the movies, I could buy you a ticket because I know that's what you want me to do. Like they know about how like, okay, let me meet your family, things like that. That's what you expect when you're dating a Bahamian guy. But when you start to go to other people's cultures and things like that, I think that I find that when I was away, some people aren't as close to their families as we are. So it's like that whole process of, you know, just really getting closer and taking things further. It takes a bit longer than it does here. Here, you could just be on the first date with somebody and you already met the parents, and it's not even like
I feel
a big
it's
deal.
just because it's
Yeah.
proximity.
Yeah, and then plus the thing about it is too, when you're dating somebody, you know a little bit of a Bahamian person, you know a little bit about the person, even if you don't know them. You know somebody who knows them, who knows them, who knows somebody who dated them at one point in time, who could tell you something about it. Like, you know?
That's
Yeah.
110%.
Yeah, so it's
correct.
like at least you have some type of background and foundation, but when you're dating over there, you literally have no understanding of background, where this person came from, their things, so you could get into a whole lot of mess.
I feel like
It make it a little bit interesting because
Yeah,
I just
interesting.
want to know. I just want to know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
fun. It's fun
Yeah.
too. Yeah, you're right. It is fun.
I feel like some way, somehow, like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like once, even if I'm dating outside of the Bahamas, some way, somehow I get to know someone who know you or fully get to know, you know, whatever you're dealing with or whatever. So, you know. So, we're gonna take a short break. You know, we're gonna have the commercials come up. On the next end of this skis commercial, we're gonna talk about vacations and flying out culture.
Ooh, catching flights, not feelings.
Oh, flip.
Hey,
So we will be right back on Erryting Kool.
thank you.
Hi, this is your favorite zaddy, Lord Jalen Willard from Erryting Kool, and this episode is sponsored by nobody. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Erryting Kool, feel free to email us at theoriginalpeoplenetwork@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram at The Original People Network or on Facebook, The Original People Network. Now back to your scheduled programming. And we're back from the commercial break. And on this segment, we're going to get into a little bit, as we stick on, living your best life and living the life and traveling. When you're living your life and you're living your best life and you're traveling, you got to bring Bae along. So let's talk about, what's your, I guess, the vacation on your fantasies. Do men even think about that?
I think about it.
Okay.
I think for me, okay, so when you're in the Bahamas, the number one vacation that solidifies Uyghur'in is if you take a vacation to the family island on like a holiday weekend. Oh. Now that is like Uyghur'in and Uyghur'in somewhere. Somewhere is Exuma, Eleuthera, So I think for me, that's a good one to do. Like just do the family islands. It's affordable. It's not too expensive.
I need to try that.
Y'all can try to split it, even if it's for like 2 days, a day or 2 days. And then once you go there, you'll just like enjoy it, get away from the hustle and bustle in Nassau and everything.
I actually like that,
Yeah, for real.
You're the first person to actually say that.
Really? For real?
That's a good one because it doesn't always have to be Miami or something big. Like, not that saying Miami's big, but like you could do something low key and it will have just as much of an impact.
I mean, seeing people do it, but to actually hear someone say like, that's a saying, this week we going to the family island. I always see people be taking, they be with their girl or their guy and they be in
Europe,
World Bimini Resort.
I feel, that's expensive. That is the go-to spot. But I feel like, okay, say we're getting outside the regular family island weekend and we're going like to Europe or something like that, even Toronto, something like that's something that happens, I think, as you guys are on the process to be almost engaged or something. Like, I don't agree with that whole taking these major trips and stuff with somebody you're just casually dating, not sure of. If we're taking those trips like that, we're preparing ourselves for like our honeymoon or other trips that we're going to take. So like me and you just go in 6 months, the furthest we go in is right here on this boat. We go into Andros, 24 hours. I got you. You got me. We can get a little golf cart, rent it, something like that. So keep it simple. Y'all, honestly, you guys, like men have to realize you don't have to spend that much money to really make a woman happy. You have to be innovative with what you have, creative, and you make it work. You got 300. Like you could save that over like a couple months and then go on a little vacation.
What's your dream vacation? Vacation, huh,
Dream vacation.
Not vacation,
vacation.
B-A, Bay.
Yeah.
Like I say, something different. Like this, like seems like when they say the family island too. I don't mind I don't mind it.
Romantic.
Because I normally I enjoy going on the family islands. I've been on a few of the family islands already before. And I mean, it's such different and like it has like a vibe or a special feeling out there. I mean, you with your significant other, I mean, that's where you get to know each other and what's not. But
you don't have no tea. Like some places you don't have electricity, so all you could really do is sit and talk.
Exactly.
Y'all really can know if there's chemistry there. Spending 24, 48 hours in the family island.
Yeah,
that's different because I mean, if you going outside of Bahamas, the States, wherever you go, you got your phone or you got some type of technology. If you're on that airplane, y'all might talk. Most of the time, y'all can be on your phone.
Yeah.
Social media, telephone, electronics on the whole is, but that's a good way to really test it to see, like, if that's really the person who you want to be with.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I think that, but
I feel like I gotta really love you to be taking you on no vacation, though. Like, I can't be. Because, like, see me, I see everything as an investment. And, like, money. Like, I'm like...
Even a date, even just, like, a date, that's an investment.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Or I was telling my friend the other day, like, sometimes I just feel like being a boss and be like, yo, I just want to take you out. Let me give you... I always say, every girl I meet and I talk to, you get at least one free meal off of me.
Okay. But no more. One free meal. And if you make it to 2 free meals, that means you really like her then.
Yeah. Or just, I just like being around you. But
Okay.
I mean, I think dream vacation. I feel like the family island is a good option, especially certain spots. I won't name them because they ain't paying us for the advertisement. But certain places in Eleuthera, certain places in Bimini. You have the Abacos. You have all of that. One place I definitely ain't taking them is to, like Meguana. Actually, let's go to Meguana. Ain't nobody there. There's only 300 people. It's just me, you, the sun, and the sweet ocean.
So the
Boy.
so the
And the
far
mosquitoes.
That would be really romantic, though. Like middle of nowhere, that could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the farthest you go and you say you only go into Exuma. But what I mean, what if you want to go take them, for example, like where you were from, like in the southeastern Bahamas?
Okay,
you wanna show 'em
me and you. I from my people from Auckland and your people from Crooked Island. Ain't nothing on there. Like,
Oh,
I mean, I'll take you to the bone fishing lodge and we can go fishing. Because like it's like we're around the area because Crooked Island, Auckland's like in this body of water where a lot of people like to go bone fishing.
Oh,
So
nice.
you go with a lodge and we just sit on a boat. Go fish. I mean, that ain't sound too bad, Only thing is, we'll have to spend a week down there because Bahamas, they only go down to those places once a week
Really?
or twice a week.
twice.
And Bahamas, they're so unreliable. You may get stuck for 2 weeks.
So it's either we going someone coming back by themselves, or we coming back as a married couple because.
Or you're forced to go inside the mailboat. Well, I lied. I take that back. I'm not saying the mailboat. I take that back. But I mean,
I
you could
don't know.
get back.
People still go on the mailboat.
What you
Yeah, they
mean?
do. What you mean?
I don't
That's
know
the
these
best.
people.
That's the best way to. Some people told me that's the best way to go to the family island.
Why? It takes so long.
It's cheaper, but I
It's
mean,
cheaper.
Oh, the cheapest way. Like I would even the Bohingi or fast ferries, like
Yeah.
that. I could deal with that.
you could go, but I could take a while though. That's the
Oh,
only thing,
yeah. Almost like a day or something.
More than that.
More than that, depending on where you going.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then don't forget too, those boat stays actually stop the okay, like there's one boat that normally deals with Crooked Island, Oxen. They gotta stop the Crooked,
And then
Auckland,
and then
Long and a bunch of
All
other
the
places
things.
before they end up coming back to
Yeah.
Nassau. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't
So,
say
I
that
mean-
too much too luxury because I mean they got other stuff in there, so I know where you could sleep.
Yeah, you gotta bring your car. But like I think the other places for vacation, what I see people tend to do, they probably go to Europe. They go to Dubai. I see a lot of Bahamians going to Dubai.
yeah, that's
nowadays.
the
That's a
new
lot.
spot.
Yeah, or Paris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paris is good.
Paris, Dubai.
Paris, yeah.
So I went to Paris last year, you guys, and it was really good. It was a beautiful country and everything, but I had a super bad experience. The day that we landed, we were actually robbed of our passports, of our money. Not like somebody coming up to us and robbing. It was more so somebody grabbing our packages. So I would just caution when you're in like unfamiliar places that you just like stay safe.
So tell us about the European tour, because I saw you last time all over Europe. I was like,
Yeah.
living your best life.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. It was good. It was actually my first time in Europe. So we went to Paris. We did the Eiffel Tower. We saw all the sights. And then we also went to Italy and went to Rome and everything. It was nice. We planned it out and we saved and then we went and had a good time.
Yeah. You know what's the next good, I think, potential vacation?
Yeah.
Going on a cruise or going to the other Caribbean islands.
Oh, yeah,
Like if
for
you go on
sure.
to Cuba for a couple of days or Jamaica. Or
Cuba's like the new Instagram shot. If you go to
Yeah.
Cuba, you're going to get some nice Instagram shots on the cards and everything. It looks like a really good place to visit.
I see a few persons. They tweet too. They say they want to go to Cuba this year. That's
I won't go to Cuba. I
I
haven't been to Cuba since I was probably 6 or 7.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. I don't want to travel. I really want to travel way more, and that's
Yeah.
why I started planning trips. Like we go to festivals and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But us exploring the other Caribbean islands. I remember people were telling me about how beautiful Grenada is.
Oh,
Going to
yeah.
Trinidad, and I had a friend who just came back from Barbados. Just seeing something similar to what we are accustomed to, but a whole different
In a different way.
In a different way.
Yeah, and I think going down for what is it, Carnival and the festivals, that's the best time to go because everyone's hype. You have a lot of tourists there. You can explore, and then you have all the parties and just have a good time.
Well, or the South America. Like, I just want to be a citizen. Why can't we all be citizens of the world?
Yeah, you can be. You can be.
Yeah. If you got that buck.
It does take a little bit of money, but like over time you can like save and get the money to plan your trips and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So speaking about trips. So as I was laying back on my back a few moments ago, and I looked through my phone and looked on Twitter, there was a grand discussion speaking about flying out culture or whatever. And one of the funniest tweets was one girl said, y'all talking about people flying you to Miami, people can't even afford $200 to come to Freeport.
Oh man. I think when it comes to flying out culture, it obviously that means
this is breaking down. So would you allow yourself to be flown out? And would you fly somebody out?
Okay, let me start with the second question. Would I fly somebody out? And the answer to that is no. As a woman, I don't think I'm gonna, because flying out means I'm paying come.
So you
all expense paid. I got.
No, I mean I wouldn't say all expense paid. You just paying for the plane ticket.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'd have to be really sprung, to fly you out where I'm at. But if I could get flown out, let's go. Tell me where we're going. Buy that ticket. Let's go to Toronto. Let's go here. I will jump on the plane. Okay. But it also has to be but then also the other thing about being flown out is okay, you here. What's that expectation like for flying out culture? So we'd have to.
So what if you was just dating the person?
Then I think that's normal because when you're dating someone, you want to see them. You could do long distance so much, but after a while, it gets old.
So you still wouldn't, if you in a long distance relationship, you still won't fly the guy out?
If I had a long distance relationship, you gonna have to have some means to fly yourself out. You can I ain't trying to be bougie. I'm just trying to be real, man. And if you don't, we're gonna have to reconsider the long term nature and make that more short term.
Okay, so he can fly you out, but you can't fly him out. No, but I was looking at this and I was like, flying out culture. Would I fly baby. If I was in Nassau, would I fly somebody in? And I'm like, I probably would.
I think you would if you really liked that person.
Yeah.
I would have to be really into you.
Yeah.
Because I ain't flying you, or if I go to Miami or Atlanta or let's say New Orleans or somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I have to really be into you to be like, but I can pay for a plane ticket to fly you this way or fly you that way. Mm-hmm. So, because it's wait, like I say, I see everything as an investment. So.
Oh my gosh. I just want to know how okay. For you, since you see everything as an investment, a woman would have to blow your socks off. I feel for you to, and that's fair. For you to want to invest.
Yeah, you gotta impress me.
Okay.
You gotta make me. I gotta be solid. You want my wallet? Yeah. But you gotta impress me. And I've been greatly unimpressed.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You gotta be that type of girl to be like, you know what? Let me just take my heart and say, take it one time.
Yeah.
You guys are saying this, and it's a very general thing, right?
Uh-huh.
You have to verbalize and be specific. What do you think that woman would like?
No, but it's not like she has to have certain.
Feeling?
It's just a feeling.
Okay, it's
if
a
I
feeling.
ain't feeling it about you, it is what it is.
All right.
Buford, what you think about flying out culture?
Flying out culture, but it's again, way I say I really have to be everything's an investment. I really have to be into you, but to be honest, I really wouldn't have I really wouldn't have a problem, especially with the female. I really don't have a problem with that,
Well, would you be open to
I think
flown up?
Buford's an upstanding gentleman. He would fly out a woman he's into.
Well, of course, I would do it
Yeah.
too. But would you be okay with being flown out?
If the guy flow me up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Some people say, I mean, that's a fun.
If I got free time and you sort of attractive, I'll let you fly me out. I'll come,
I ain't sure I want my lady to come fly me, yo. I mean, I don't know.
No,
Someone say, that's a free ticket. I mean, shoot, you don't gotta pay a dime.
You gotta be your lady. Like, she just be like, wait. Oh, yeah, I can fly you right when
If a woman does it, it comes off as desperate. And
I wouldn't say that's desperate because, listen, I equate women are God's greatest creation. Yeah. And if you feeling like a boss, you feeling froggy like a boss, and you just, and I don't attract desperate women. So if you want fly mail, you trying to flex on me a little bit and be like, okay, you think you could do this? I could watch me do this.
Okay.
Or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I see you. Game recognized, game you see.
Okay.
Cool. But but like I ain't really against it or whatever because it's like, yo, why not? I like free things,
I think what really makes it big though, and I don't really know if it's applicable to like the everyday person, but it's like celebrities. Like that's the thing with like rappers and Instagram, what do you call them? Models, quotations. Yeah. Like I think they're the ones who like kind of expect that, and that's like what we're seeing.
I wouldn't say rappers. Online. I would say most musicians or entertainers or athletes. You see around them, like because you got it. Because that flying as a whole I feel like average people could do it, and with your significant other. But to be flying out strangers, I mean, Bahamian married men do it all the time.
Cricket.
Because, you might leave your wife at home and go to Miami with your little thing.
What? On a ghost move,
On a ghost move. And then lock up your car inside the airport parking.
Oh my
and
God.
Then the wife come looking for the car, but you ain't nowhere to be found.
Boy.
And she marshal the car.
Glass windows, marshal it up.
Oh my gosh.
But I feel like that's a luxury thing to where, those people of the ilk, they'll, say I meet you today, and I'd be like, I think you could, we exchange numbers, and I just be like, laying down, I want to see you this weekend. Come out. And that would be your first date.
Super casual, yeah.
So, it's levels to this, and I'm certainly not on that level yet.
Yeah.
So I could barely fly my own stuff out to anywhere.
It is that's the thing, levels and the whole Instagram-y, this social media luxury lifestyle.
It gives us a big expectation. That's why a lot of us look at it and like, you know what, I have to follow it, must not, But, down a good way, but if you know you can't afford it, please don't be trying to dig in your wallet, trying to say, "Oh man, I trying to do this for the gal." At the end of the day, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Bahamian guys do a lot of things for women that they can't afford, that is so surprising to me. I don't get it. Like,
no, I feel like it's a level of expectation, and that's why sometimes you'll meet a casual Bahamian man and be like. One of the first things he might do, and that's how you know he basic. He'd be like, wait, see all this money I got?
Oh, when they rolling out all the money in their pocket and stuff.
Because see, like I said, go back to my earlier point. The Bahamian ethos.
Oh, the big words.
Women are not programmed naturally to be bosses. So, you're programmed to be male dependent. So, as Bahamian men, we're programmed to be like, oh, you can't be a bum. You gotta have that money, and if she wants something, you gotta pay for it. And I used to hate that dating. Every time, that's the one thing I hate. Every time I out with you, I gotta go stick my hand in my pocket.
Oh, so you don't mind doing it, but you don't like that expectation that you have
every time, it's like, yo, what you work into? And I go about to do a hot take.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Bahamian girls have jobs just to say that they ain't bums.
Yep.
You only working just so people don't call you a bum. That's it. Because it's like you working 40 hours a week. What are you doing with your money?
Oh, because you have somebody buying your hair. You got
Exactly.
somebody paying BPL. You got somebody
Alright.
paying your rent.
Paying bills. So
That
I'm
makes no
saying,
sense.
what you was doing with your bills before you actually had someone to help you.
Maybe they wasn't getting paid.
I don't understand that, but like, you know,
Yeah.
I trying to live my best life, you see. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, by the way, before we even start this part, Tanae's mother is a what's her position?
She's a she's an HR manager, but then she's also a financial coach. And
She's a financial
finance
coach, and she was
expert.
like, "I need to tell y'all fellas, y'all doing all this dating, and y'all just wasting them, and y'all gonna stay broke." And I was like, "Mom, I couldn't agree with you more. That's why we addressed that in 2 podcasts ago."
Right?
But yeah, but like, you know, but again, like the whole, and I think I brought this back up when we did one gal. It's like, you know, for you men out there, just date within who you can afford, bro. Like, don't come to Tanae when you only can afford Bamushak one day out of week, bro.
Oh my god! Wow, I don't want to sound like I'm that bougie. I think what I think it is, it's not even about, I think women just want a man who matches the standard that they already treat themselves at and goes one step above. One step above what they
Just
already
one?
did. Just one. No, I think actually they probably want 10 steps above.
Yeah.
But I think we're okay with like just one. Just
No,
one
you ain't
step.
okay with I mean, you ever saw that meme? You ever saw that meme where the boy have the whole world on his back and have Bahamian woman? Oh, so you gonna leave this? You gonna give me Mars too?
That's
Oh my gosh, yeah, that like being ungrateful for what someone's doing.
Yeah, but like, you know, like,
the one step. I agree with it, but I say, but the expectations, like, don't go too well, not too much above it, because like I say, if you start dating and you get serious. Who knows? You'll end up getting married. You have to be consistent with that expectation. You can't be consistent with that. Who knows how that relationship might end up in the next few years?
Yeah,
you know?
you're right. Like it will not be a good.
yeah, and then
Put
the
a strain
whole
on you.
keeping up with the Joneses thing too, what
Yeah.
Gary V like to talk about, you know, you were looking at social media and you're trying to come off as, oh, I could buy designer things and I could eat at fancy restaurants and I could take these lavish vacations, but then you don't have nothing saved to invest or, you know, any other extra capital to do anything else, like start a business or invest into stocks and bonds and things of that nature. Or you even have health insurance.
No,
So,
social
like, you know-
media is a lie, man. These people, like, you don't know what happens behind the glossy pictures, and if
Yeah.
you try to keep up with that expectation, even when you see like happy couples and stuff, you don't know what goes behind closed doors. When you see people flossing with the cars and everything, so you can't really have that as the standard for your life. You just have to do the best you can do. You can't keep up with the Joneses. Like
Real.
somebody said Joneses.
Yeah.
I said that. Because, like, you know, you would be broke.
You will be.
broke. And you wouldn't be able to live your best life. But, you know. But Tanae, as we is talking about our best life, Tanae is also a YouTuber.
Hey.
What her YouTube channel, Bahama Cutie. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago, and I kind of had wanted it to be about like DIY, self-help, wellness videos, and I started doing it, and then I just stopped. Like I lost motivation. I had a lot going on in life, but I am launching it again on June 1st of this year. I have Justin here who's helping me shoot some videos. So coming your way is a lot of stuff about wellness. I tried to be a vegan for a little bit. I'm still trying. So like we have some videos on that. And then I'm also just talking about mental health, not like from a professional perspective, but just various ways you can work to live your best life and really, you know, target all the areas that are out of like place.
And eat more turmeric and mamaboshi.
Amaboshi. Amaboshi, yeah.
Mamaboshi.
Healthy
Which,
substances.
you know, that's good. That's good. So what inspired you to start YouTube again?
I think it was just time. Like I I feel like I've been working in accounting and finance profession, and I really enjoy it. But I know my passion is making videos and media and everything. So I kind of felt like I just needed to tap into something that I'm passionate about and have that outlet to express myself and share all the stuff that I know with everyone else, my opinion, and just in a fun way, a fun little way. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's my YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/BahamaCutie.
It's actually going to be called Tenacious.
Tenacious.
Yeah. My name is Tanae.
Tenacious.
And you know, like when you were in elementary, they used to tell you like, okay, say your name and say an adjective that describes you. Like you would probably say like what?
Your
Joker,
favorite zaddy?
Justin.
Your favorite zaddy?
No, it has to start with a J, like an adjective and then your name.
The Juggernaut J.
Okay. All right.
Don't be
And then
smart.
like maybe like Beautiful Buford or something like that.
Oh, don't start. Please.
That was the one you said. Beautiful Buford.
Listen, we used to tease him about that in primary school.
Really? Oh, that's the one you would say?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, they used to do that when you went to St. Anne's too.
They actually.
They did?
Oh goodness. They actually did that to me when I was in school. Like I know, like I had a few. Like when I first went to Canada, my first roommate, he's like, "What's your name, bro?" And I was like, "Buford." Beautiful? I said, no, bro, man. I said, Buford. He said, "Whoa." Say the first time you said it sounds like beautiful, but I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know why people would say that, but like I say, I've been hearing that from when I was in kindergarten. Not kindergarten, primary school, all the way up.
Yeah.
No.
So tenacious.
So for me, I used to say tenacious Tanae.
Tenacious.
So
Tanae.
I felt that I like the
like
name Bahama Cutie that I had before, but I feel like I may have outgrown it. I'm getting.
So you gonna spell it like how Shinsia spell her name?
No, like I spell it with my name and then Cious.
But listen, that ain't an original use or root, yeah, you know. You gotta elaborate.
Somebody else has that?
No.
Oh,
I ain't saying
yeah.
you want to say tenacious. No, I'm saying be extra on the end, you know.
Oh, like
I mean, don't listen to me.
Okay. I'm trying
They
to.
talking loan for
I can see that.
Tenacious. Okay, so tell me, are you? Tenacious.
Justin, we can sit here and just listen to Justin make himself laugh.
No, but
Let's have a jolly good time.
I'm thinking it's tenacious. I am like, listen. If you make shirts, you need to give me a shirt. I need to wear a shirt that says tenacious.
Okay.
Oh man. But y'all have anything else to add?
I think we covered a lot of ground here. A lot.
So closing remarks. I'll let you go first. Ladies first.
Okay, what was our topic?
Living your best life.
Yeah, so I think we hit on a lot of things. We talked about like relationships, we talked about social media influences, travel, and everything. And I think like when it comes to living your best life, it's up to you first, not influenced by anybody else, not looking at social media, not listening to your friends, but you to decide, okay, what is my best life? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Okay, this is the vision I have. Now, what the hell do I have to do to get there? And getting there, it's not you sitting around on your hip waiting for somebody to fly you out. That's not going to get you there. The only thing that's going to get you there is you doing what you're supposed to do, working, hustling, going out there to make your best life happen. And that's my closing remark.
That's convincing. Buford?
Yeah.
Like I said, living your best life. Just being you, you know. Try not to live above. Know what your limits is and what's not, and try to make the best of it, I guess.
To me, living your best life is living above your own expectations, but keeping within reachable expectations. If you got a gal, grab a gal. If you got a mind, grab a mind. You know, y'all come together and make a Taliban. You see, yeah.
Oh my God.
But but living your best life, do not compare yourself to what you see on social media. Like you have to be reasonable within your own budget. You only working and making X amount of dollars. I wouldn't say spend that on trying to keep with the Joneses. If you want to take a trip, there are a lot of cheap trips and or other options for you to see the world. Like you have other organizations and things like that are geared towards travel, or you can save up. Probably get a next job or another source of income. And you could take that lavish trip, or you could join a travel group where y'all could pool the resources together and travel. As far as the flying out culture, if you was a little thing and you want to fly me out, my number is 565-1933. Yeah, see.
Oh my gosh!
What you want to drink?
I'm having too much fun right now, but yeah. Live your best life, because then you can't watch out for nobody. You can't let nobody dictate what you should expect out of life, but expect the greatest actual thing. Be great, live great, and follow greatness. And that's the word of the day. I don't know what else to say. Today you look like you have something else to add.
No, I think you covered it there with your number. I think that captures everything.
But, this is the podcast on the Original People Network, Erryting Kool. And guess what? If you want to live your best life, everything's going to be cool. So, thank y'all for listening. And, yeah, see.